Yeah, because sometimes she says, I'm going to send you this, the track later, and it doesn't show up. And she goes, there was a dog barking, my neighbour's dog, I couldn't record, so I wondered, where is she recording?
Oi pessoal, hoje a gente tá aqui com a dupla de Puro, formada pelo Noel e pela Mell. For you first, how are you?
I'm great, good, thank you.
It's a pleasure talking
Thanks
to
for having
you.
us, cheers.
E você, Mel, prazer.
Tudo bem, prazer é meu.
Como você tá?
Tudo bem, melhor agora.
Como foi o seu dia? Hoje é o dia de vocês.
Tá sendo bem puxado, assim. Ensaio e amanhã já é o show. Então, tá pertinho, né? Tá mais corrido. Dá uma ansiedade, né? Um pouquinho de nervoso, porque a nossa primeira apresentação juntos, assim, pra um show mesmo, né? Então, mas vai dar tudo certo.
So, for we begin, how does the name De Puro come up?
It was, we kind of played around with a few things, and we actually, our first song we put out, I think it was as Noel and Mell, because we didn't even have a name at that point on New Year's Day. But the Puro, it's actually one of their songs. It was the title of one of our songs that hasn't been released yet. So we were looking around, and then the song is O Puro, but we put the mix of the English there with Puro being the Portuguese, because obviously you've got the two of us, and then we felt as well, it's like the music is kind of quite pure as well, so the whole thing just seemed to kind of fall into place itself.
Yeah. Mel, o Noel acabou de falar que o nome veio de uma música que ainda não foi lançada?
Isso.
E aí, vocês podem contar um pouquinho mais sobre essa música pra gente?
Essa música, na verdade, o nome enviou o instrumental, e foi de um sonho que eu tive há muito tempo atrás. E aí eu escrevi ela muito rápido, e ela tem, assim, uma pureza e algo que a música não tem a ver necessariamente comigo e com o Noel, mas assim, o nome que a gente pensou sobre o Puro foi justamente por conta dessa coisa honesta que a gente tem um com o outro, com a música, e eu achei que seria um ótimo nome, né? Sem o puro, né? Sem maldade, e fazendo a música com honestidade e amor, acho.
Que legal. And for you, Noel, Mel did a cover of Zombie, and it was because of this cover that you start to talking with each other. So for you, how was her cover of Zombie was different from the others?
I think it was the strongest one I'd heard. I would get sent a lot of kind of people, listen to this person and listen to that. But there was something in Mel's voice that I kept going back to, which I hadn't done before. And then I listened to other songs Mel had covered, not just Cranberries stuff, to hear what else. And I found that, she just had this great kind of capacity to change and be, I found that she was more herself in other songs as well. And I kind of was thinking, well, I write this kind of music, she can obviously sing to that, and that's kind of what started it really, and then I made contact with her.
Oh, that's so nice. Mel, ele tava falando do cover que você fez de Zombie, e aí eu queria saber como foi a sua relação com essa música, quando você ouviu a primeira vez, se você se lembra? Eu devia ter lá por volta dos 14, 15 anos. Eu tinha, na época, escrito uma música e estava em um estúdio gravando com os amigos, e até então eu não conhecia The Cranberries, né? Aí um amigo disse que o meu timbre se parecia com o da cantora, né? E aí me mostrou Zombie, aí me apaixonei, né? E aí, a partir dali, eu comecei a ensaiar, né? Assim, fiquei acho uns 2 meses pra pegar, porque eu não cantava inglês. E foi a partir dali, assim, que aí eu comecei a pegar outras músicas e me interessei pela banda. E desde então, né? Aconteceu isso. And no, when you start to talk with Mel, you were working on a lot of songs and you didn't know what to do with these tracks. So at that point, at what step were those tracks? Were they finished?
They were still demos. Like, there was a lot of work. I would tend to record like a basic idea enough to kind of to remind myself later on. Without knowing who they're for, it's kind of hard to develop them more. So it wasn't until we started, like I sent Mel the first song, came back about 3 days, I think. She was really quick with it, and I thought, yeah, this will work. So then I started digging through stuff I had kind of worked on in the few months before that, and then just started specifically writing for Mel then. So kind of after about 6 months, all the songs from that point on were new songs. They were written with Mel in mind to sing on them, and that's kind of the way it is now.
And how was it to work on these songs away from each other, like in Zoom? Was it too difficult?
No.
It was simple.
I mean, a few things fell into place for us really. COVID meant we had no pressure. People weren't going, we want this, you know, because if you get record companies involved, they go, that's great, but we want the song like in a month. And we didn't have any of that. No one knew about this. So it was really relaxing to kind of be able to put ideas over and back, and then we would talk about, you know, what the song needed, what take in, put out kind of thing, this kind of. So we found it very easy. It's how I've always worked, like since I started. I've never been in a room with somebody writing. I'd always send them ideas and we would work over and back. So for me, it's I find it more relaxing, and I don't think we're looking over each other's shoulders while going, come on, have you got this ready, you know? So well, that's how I feel. She might feel different.
O Noel tava falando da época que vocês ainda não se conheciam, né? Estavam ali conversando à distância, e aí eu queria saber, Mel, como foi o primeiro encontro de vocês ao vivo, assim, se vocês logo de cara já se deram bem?
Acho que foi em 2019 ali, né? Foi muito bom, assim. Porque de primeira eu já senti aquela sintonia, sabe? Mas a gente não sabia que iria iniciar um projeto em junho, né, desse ano, que a gente daí já tava com o projeto. Aí foi meio estranho, né? Eu fui pra Irlanda, e aí a gente, no mesmo carro pra ir pro estúdio, eu me virando com o inglês, mas assim, deu tudo certo. Eu não tenho muita preocupação com ele, porque a gente consegue se comunicar. Mesmo eu não falando inglês, eu consigo assim entender algumas coisas. E a gente sempre consegue se comunicar de alguma forma.
And no, you released an EP, some singles. How many songs have you written so far?
I think around 30. But we listen back to some of the older ones now, and you think, nah, it might never see the light of day. So yeah, and that's why we came to the end of last year and decided, are we ever actually going to release anything, because we have so many songs. And yeah, we decided on, you know, we just New Year's Day, we're just going to put a song up there, not do anything or say anything to anyone, and just let it slowly build. And that's what we did. So we have there's a lot of stuff there. We probably could release 2 albums, but we still have to finish a lot of stuff, and we keep writing like all the time. So even you get newer songs, and then you kind of think, oh, that's better than this one. So as to what will ever be on an album, it's like we may not have even written those songs yet.
And how did you choose the songs that are on the EP Lot of Return?
I guess these are particular ones that we liked. Like all the singles and, you know, and the songs in the EP so far were songs that we felt kind of showed the different sides of the band. You know, there's the first single, Prison, is very rocky, kind of big, very big sounding. And then Goodbye is a more ballady type of song. And then Law of Return, you know, it's almost poppy kind of thing. So it's kind of all angles, really.
E Mel, como vocês escolheram o título do EP, Lot of Return?
Foi por gostar muito da música. O Noel chegou pra mim e falou, e eu achei assim, que tinha tudo a ver, né? Lei do retorno é muito forte, né? Aquilo que tu faz, uma hora vai voltar, né? E aí na música tem uma mensagem muito legal, assim. E achei que que tinha que ser isso.
E vocês usam, né, na capa do EP, roupas vermelhas, pretas. Tem algum motivo específico para essas cores?
Na verdade, não, assim.
Não,
A gente achou que seria legal, porque o Noel tá sempre de preto. E aí, a gente pensou, vamos botar um vermelho, né? Pra mudar um pouco e... Mas por isso, assim.
Ai, que legal. Noel, you said in an interview that the later songs that you did are better than the first songs you did together, which I think is very natural. But how do you think you grew up since the beginning 2 years ago?
I think what makes it easier now is when you get to know somebody, you can be kind of braver in what you kind of say. You know, when we didn't know each other that well, so you'd be kind of going, yeah, that's great, and you know, you might think, I would like if you tried this or tried that, but you know, you don't want to. You're still getting to know somebody. Whereas now we kind of quite open, go, you know, I have an idea, I'm going to play it on a piano and send it to you, and kind of and like that, Mel can come back and go, look, I think, you know, change this or change that. So it helps the songs. It all helps the songs that you can be more open with each other now. And that's just a thing that comes in time. I mean, it's a very natural thing to be careful. I'm going to say, you know, at first you don't want to have someone think, oh God, this person's horrible to work with. Yeah.
And Prison was your first song, and it's not on the EP. Why was Prison a standalone track?
Sorry, Prison?
Yeah.
Well, Prison was the first song because it was actually quite new. Prison was only about 2 months old when we released it. And we both loved it. We loved how it sounded, and it was just this big song. And we had like an English and a Portuguese version as well. So it just, I think we both felt that it was, it kind of represented the sound of the band, kind of, because the very first song we put out that wasn't a single, it's as sparse as can be. It's like an acoustic with a vocal and a bit of keyboards, so we needed it to be completely opposite to that.
Yeah. E Mel, como você acha que as personalidades de vocês dois, né, que são diferentes, e as suas diferentes experiências de carreira mesmo, aparecem nesse projeto?
Olha, eu acho que o Noel, ele dá uma segurança, né, porque anos, né, na música. E eu acho que, assim, nós somos de tempos, né, diferentes, e acaba que um complementando o outro, né? Tipo, eu com, né, ideias de agora, o Noel, né, com toda a experiência que foi pegando. Eu acho que isso se juntou legal, assim.
Noel, what lessons did you learn with each other? Because you're born in different countries, say different languages, have different ages.
I guess, like, we're still kind of getting to know each other on that front, because it's really been all about the music with us, you know, so far, because especially not being literally in the same room a lot, that you end up kind of discussing more of the songs and the music. And I guess just, you know, when we send each other ideas, sometimes I might send her a song by somebody that I would have grown up listening to that maybe Mel hasn't heard of, but I go, you know, I have an idea for like a drum track for this song, and I'll send her something, and you know, so just things like that. But it's nice that it keeps it all fresh like that you're still discovering constantly about, you know, what's going on with this other person. And we've only really Mel came to Ireland in June, kind of met all my family, and now I got to meet hers this time when I'm here. So
this
is
really so cool. Nice.
Yeah.
So are you enjoying this time together, right?
Yeah. This is definitely the longest we've been, and we've been rehearsing for the show, and it's the first time doing all these songs kind of at one time, because they've always been just individual tracks that, you know, so it's kind of weird kind of trying to remember everything. Yeah.
I saw some photos on Instagram. Where are you rehearsing for the concert here in São Paulo? Mel, tava perguntando pra ele que eu vi algumas fotos no Instagram, e eu queria saber onde vocês estão ensaiando pro show aqui em São Paulo.
Boa pergunta. Eu sou de Porto Alegre, né? Eu sou muito perdida aqui em São Paulo. Então, boa pergunta mesmo.
They just drive us and just say, get out here.
Nem ele. Não, um lugar super bonito, eu adorei ver as fotos, assim.
É o lugar, na verdade, ó. É o lugar que só tem loja de instrumento musical. É bem conhecidinho.
Deve ser na Teodoro Sampaio.
Na Teodoro Sampaio.
Isso. Então, é bem legal.
Ah, que legal. E aí, o que vocês estão pensando pro show? Vocês estão pensando em mudar um pouco o arranjo das músicas?
Sim, na verdade vai ser uma versão diferente, né? Assim, um pouco diferente, porque vai ser uma versão acústica, porém com uma faixa de apoio, né? Que vai dar um brilho, assim. Então, vai ser mais um acústico, porém mais completo, né? Não só violão e...
E estúdio, você poderia contar mais pra gente, assim, como vocês trabalham juntos em relação à letra, produção das músicas?
E é muito engraçado. Porque... Bom, o Noel me envia as músicas, ele tem um estúdio na casa dele. E eu tive algumas dificuldades para gravar em casa. Por conta do barulho, ele também tem esse problema. Apesar, né, de ter o estúdio lá, ele também falou que tem esses problemas com barulho. Mas, como eu tinha muita gravação para fazer, eu comecei a gravar no closet. Porque eu não tinha onde gravar, eu precisava de um lugar com silêncio, né? Então, o Noel a gente começa a rir porque eu gravo literalmente dentro do armário. Mas é isso, assim, é bem tranquilo. Ele me envia, eu faço as gravações e passo pra ele. E assim vai, um vai passando pro outro até a gente chegar
No, she was telling about the process of recording some songs, and she was saying that she records in the closet.
Yeah, I found that out a few months ago. Yeah.
Could you tell us more about it? Like,
because sometimes she says, I'm going to send you just, the track later, and it doesn't show up. And she goes, there was a dog barking, my neighbour's dog, I couldn't record, so I wondered, where is she recording? So, and then she moved house like a few months back, so there's a closet now where it's quieter, so I get the tracks quicker sent to me. Yeah.
And this is a really new thing for both of you. What do you want for the future with this project?
I think with us, like, it's for it to grow organically and just, for people to discover us, and we'd love to probably do it live more. This is just hopefully the first thing, and like, we have it pared down at the moment because it's just us, and we have a keyboard player doing some stuff with us. But next year it would be great to kind of have a full band with us and do it, on a bigger scale, just so you could play the big versions of the songs. But yeah, I mean, it's exciting, and it's great to, it's new. Everything's new about it. Even the way we're doing it live is a different thing for us. So yeah, it's just hopefully, and so far it seems to be people like the music, and that's quite important to us.
Mel, pra gente finalizar, quais são as suas expectativas pro futuro com esse projeto?
Eu acho que eu não crio muita coisa. Eu acho que as coisas acabam seguindo como tem que seguir, no tempo certo. Assim, eu espero que tudo dê certo, né? Porque o que a gente sempre espera quando começa algo é que, né, tem uma vida longa aí, né? Mas é isso, eu acho que o que tiver que ser vai ser. E só seguir fazendo o que a gente gosta.
Muito obrigada, Mel. Adorei falar com você.
Obrigada.
Thanks, Noel. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Lá na frente são 3 portas.